about 15 minutes. Hello and welcome to Highbury for what should be a very entertaining evening of football. Here to enjoy it all with you, myself, Claire Rourke, and well-respected manager Mark Cooper. Mark, welcome. It should be a cracker, this one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Claire. Two contrasting sort of starts to the season. Fleetwood going ever so well, and Stockport in a little bit of turmoil. But it'll be interesting to see how they react to a new manager coming in, and see if Fleetwood can keep the roll going. Everyone seems to be on the Fleetwood bandwagon at the minute. Yeah, to be fair to the manager, Mickey, he's brought in some really good players, and the chairman's backed him. And it's one thing having the money, but it's another thing spending it as wisely as done, like Crawley did last year, and they'll take some stopping. How difficult is it to get the right balance between the FA Cup, because obviously everyone is on a high, and then obviously the League form? It is difficult because the players all want to play in the FA Cup, but their bread and butter is the league, and they've got to make sure they keep that points tally ticking along. And I'm sure with the squad he's got, Mickey, he'll be able to do that. And regarding Stockport, were you surprised when Didi Hamann resigned? Not really. It looked as though they were in a little bit of free fall. Got some really good players technically, and it's results dictate business. We know that. I know that myself, and that wasn't really a surprise. And it wasn't really a surprise to see Jim Gannon back. OK, thanks for the moment, Mark. Well, it has, of course, been a full programme of fixtures in this league today, so we can check on the results now with John Helm and see how they've affected that league table.
Well, the first reaction is plenty of draws around today, beginning with that goalless match at Telford between Telford and Mansfield. 1-1 between league newcomers Alfreton and Gateshead, and no goals at all at Holker Street between Barrow and York City. Away performance of the day undoubtedly by Forest Green Rovers, Klukowski with a couple of goals for them against the other league newcomers Braintree. A 1-1 draw between arguably the match of the day sides, Cambridge United and Luton Town there. Hughes for Cambridge and Stuart Fleetwood on the mark for Luton. Good away win for Darling today. Liam Hatch among the goals at Ebbsfleet, for whom the prolific Callum Willock was their goal scorer. And a late comeback here by Grimsby Town, 2 goals down to Newport County, but they rescued a point with scores after 79 and 87 minutes. Moving on to Hayes and Yedding, and a home defeat for them at the hands of Kidderminster by 3-1. And the only home winners of the day, Southport 2-1 against Bath City, and would you believe it, against the league's bottom side, Tony Gray scored after 87 minutes and again after 89 minutes after Sean Canham had given Bath a late lead. And finally, the league leaders Wrexham, great win for them against former league club Lincoln City. Matthias Pogba with both goals, one of them from the penalty spot. So this is what's happened to the Blue Square Bet Premier League table today. Wrexham, of course, enhancing their prospects at the top. They're now moved 3 points clear of Fleetwood, who naturally have this one game in hand. Southport, Cambridge and York City in the playoff positions. Meanwhile, Stockport County in 18th place now, above Telford and Lincoln, just above the drop zone. But poor Bath City, you really feel for them, having led until the 3rd minute before the full-time whistle today, and they go down to yet another defeat. They've won just once, as you can see, in their opening 20 fixtures of the season.
Thanks very much, John. Well, I'm delighted to say we're now joined by Stockport's new Director of Football, Jim Gannon. Jim, welcome. It must have been a bit of a crazy few days for you.
A crazy few days and a crazy few weeks. We obviously got involved with a group called Your Town, Your Team, which is local businessmen and fans who wanted to help the club. And a couple of weeks later, I find myself trying to help the club from inside rather than outside. 18th currently in the table. So what's the ambition going forward? What's the objective now? Well, initially when we formed the group, it was really about making sure the business was solid and safe, if you like, rather than the football team. Because no matter how the team does, it's important that the business stays in place. The team's had a difficult season. There's a lot of distractions off the field. I know we have to get in there, give it a new spirit, restructure it, and hopefully we'll see a new team tonight. Can you explain your role as Director of Football? Well, I've got 2 roles. They've asked me to obviously be football manager, and the press release wasn't great, but they've asked me to be Director of Football and football manager. I think on the field we need obviously somebody that can give the team a little bit of leadership, direction, coaching, and get it, if you like, reshape the team. off the pitch we've got a lot of big decisions to make on a strategic level, not just for the club but also in terms of School of Excellence, training grounds, potentially new stadiums. So in the mornings it's the football, in the afternoons the business.
Well, you're certainly not in at well, you're in at the deep end tonight, aren't you, facing Fleetwood?
Certainly, yeah. I mean, when I left this club, well, must have been now nearly 3 years ago, we were top of the first division and they've fallen, fall from grace. Fleetwood are a great side. They've really come on leaps and bounds since I've seen them last year even, and they're looking a formidable force this season. But from our point of view, it's not about the results tonight. We want to see an encouraging performance. I hope my players respond to the atmosphere that our fans create, and we're just hoping that this is the start of something positive and we're moving in the right direction.
Have you got a time scale in your head of when you should be back to those better days?
Well, it's going to be a tall ask, given our current position. You've got to remember that not only our current position this year, but also the fact that we've had successive relegations, and that's created a lot of, people have been demoralised at every level. I think the next 2 transfer windows are going to be important because we need to cut the wage bill and need to reshape the squad. We need to restructure the club off the pitch, but I'd like to paint a picture to our fans that after 6, 12, 18 months there will be a team that's moving in the right direction. So the brief would be over the next 2.5 years to build a team that is capable of going back in the Football League and hopefully in a brand new stadium in the borough of Stockport.
I hope you'll have new players coming in over the next few months or so, but tonight who should we be looking out for?
I like to play a different sort of formations than previous managers have. I like to play with a target man or a point attacker with 3 attacking midfielders breaking off him. So I think Sean McConville's not quite back up to fitness, but he's certainly one who's got an eye for goal. Michael Patton, Antonio German in behind Big T, Tom Elliott. So the rest of the team, I just want to make sure that they give themselves some sort of strength and structure. So I think the players to look out for really are the 3 attacking midfielders, Anto, Sean and Michael.
Okay, well Jim, we wish you all the very best for tonight and indeed for the remainder of the season. Thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, the new man in charge at Stockport, Director of Football, Jim Gannon. It's certainly not going to be an easy one for him tonight, taking on in-form Fleetwood Town. We'll be hearing from their manager in just a few minutes' time. Stay with us.
Michael Bingham and the 4th official, Mark Ackerman. We're about 6 minutes away from kick-off in tonight's big game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
7 of the 50-50 draw tickets. There's real big cash prizes to be won. We announced the winner just before half-time. Remember, you've got to be in it to win it.
Welcome back to Highbury, where high-flying Fleetwood Town entertain strugglers Stockport County. With kick-off fast approaching, it's time to find out who lines up for Mickey Mellon and Jim Gannon respectively.
Well, good evening everybody and welcome to Highbury. Well, it may not be the old Arsenal stadium, but this is a very tidy home indeed for Fleetwood Town. The Stockport cans are in good voice because they've got their man back. I was talking to a couple of Stockport fans a couple of hours ago. One said he was delighted that Jim Gannon was back. The other said, well, let's wait and see. And this is all about results, of course. Well, let's have a look at the way the sides are lining up, starting with the home team here, Fleetwood. They don't really need to make changes, nonetheless they do, because of Richard Brodie's 3-match suspension. Andy Mangan starts in attack with the much-admired Jamie Vardy having a free Ranger role alongside him. There's a change in the other two departments of the side as well. Glenn Wilson replaces Sean Beeley in the right-back role of defence, and there's a start in the midfield for the former Grimsby Town and York City player Peter Till.
Yeah, and Snodwatch.
That Snodwatch is coming up in a moment. There's the Stockport County lineup then. Jim Gannon's first selection on his second coming sees a move towards youth with 19-year-old Antonio German, 21-year-old Sam Sheridan and 22-year-old Sean McConville brought into the lineup in place of the rather elder brethren Nick Chadwick and Ryan McCann, as well as another teenager, Danny Rowe. So 5:45 in the evening here on the Blackpool coast. We're in Fylde. Wayne Barrett from Bromsgrove. Remember Bromsgrove Rovers in the league a few years ago. Leads out these two sides. Fleetwood, of course, the Cod Army in their red and white. Stockport County in the blue and white stripes. Well, we've got the Fleetwood Cod Army. We've also got their manager, Mickey Mellon, here, and a few moments ago, Claire had a little chat with him.
Mickey, thanks very much for talking to us. There must be an incredible feel-good factor around your place at the minute.
Yeah, there is, because the lads are playing well and we're getting good results, and a lot of people are saying a lot of nice things about us, but that's work that's been done, and we have to carry that work on this evening in a very tough game at a different time, if you like, but we're looking forward to the match.
You've gained quite a few more fans over the last couple of weeks, haven't you? Have you noticed that support?
Yeah, I mean, as I say, a lot of people are saying a lot of nice things about us, which is good, because we work hard on the training ground and we want to try and play entertaining, attacking football. The lads work hard and trying to put that show on for the fans, so it's great that they've done that. But like I say, I keep stressing that there's no good all that work that's been done if we don't produce tonight.
Is it difficult to keep the lads' feet on the ground because of all the hype surrounding the FA Cup?
No, not really, because they're quite a focused group and we've been relatively successful the last few years, so we've done all this kind of stuff before. We really do. I know it's a cliche, take it one game at a time and move from one big challenge to the next, and certainly that's what tonight will be about.
How are you feeling about tonight then? Is it always a danger facing a team with a new manager who perhaps galvanised by that situation?
No, not really, because he's not playing, so no. We've just got to concentrate on our own job. We've got to make sure that we do what we do very well. If we can do that, I'm sure that will make it very difficult for Stockport.
Talked about the interest and the hype around the team. Jamie Vardy is one player who's coming for quite a lot of praise. Is it going to be hard to keep hold of him?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. He's enjoying his football. He's only been here for a couple of months. He knows that he's got to do what he's doing over a sustained period of time and keep producing. And a lot of people will be looking at him all the time and saying, can you do it now under pressure, or can you do it now with all the people are watching you? And he keeps on answering the questions. But no, he'll be here as long as we need him to be, or something else different happens. But we're delighted with him.
Okay, final question. I think you know what it is going to be about. Can't help noticing you're sporting quite an impressive moustache there. I'm hoping it's in the aid of Movember.
It is, yeah, and I'm glad you said impressive. I'm pleased that you said that. No, it's for a great cause, and like we say, if it helps one person, then it's been worthwhile. But I've certainly come in for some stick for it. But no, as I say, it's for a good cause, and all the village people. I mean, the rest of my team they're having a go as well. So no, it's great. It's a good cause.
Good stuff. All the best for today. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Snod, I'll ask you about the Tash later. Who are we looking out for tonight?
Yeah, we're looking for that man in picture, Jamie Vardy. Since his arrival from Halifax Town, his form's been exceptional. He's a good goal scorer. And no surprise to me at all, John, that several Football League clubs are watching this boy. And for Stockport County, Snodwatch is young John Routledge, midfield player, tenacious midfield player, likes to get on the ball, likes to close people down and makes it difficult for opposition midfield players.
Thanks, Doug. Yeah, 21 years of age. John Routledge, he'll be 22 on Wednesday. I wonder if he can have an early birthday present here tonight at Fleetwood. The other thing to say about this ground is the pitch is beautiful. In fact, Jim Gannon was saying it's the best pitch he's seen all season.
Yeah, I made that comment to the groundsman when I walked across the pitch to take our place in the gantry, John, and I just said to him, terrific, it's in great condition, and he says, well, let's hope it's like this for the rest of the season.
Really important for Stockport to settle here, but we've already got an injury in the first 60 seconds of this game. And the referee, Wayne Barrett, come up from the Midlands today, has to stop play with the physio on.
Yeah, it's the skipper as well, Steve McNulty. Steve's a strong boy, he doesn't go down very easily, and you see there, he might have just slightly gone over on his ankle as he's intercepted a ball from up to Tom Elliott, He seems to be limping a little bit, John, but I think knowing Steve, and I know him pretty well, he'll not be long before he's back on the field of play.
He reminds me of Andy Morrison.
Yeah, he's the same build, same physique, and he's the same determined character to win a game of football.
Sheridan on the ball. Apparently he's gone well in training, well enough this week to impress Jim Gannon to give him a start ahead of McCann. I'm equally well informed. McCann was not too amused about being left out tonight. He's on the bench. I don't think Dick Chadwick would either, the top scorer with 7 goals.
No, that's right. New manager comes in and he changes one or two things. He's probably only seen them in training, but you've got to impress in training as well as matches, and it's up to one or two players that have been left out to now bounce back and show Jim Gannon that they're worthy of a place in the team.
They are on the bench as insurance. McNulty's got some rather heavy strapping on that ankle of his. They don't want to lose him. He really is a key man. I mean, fans love to shout about his weight, but I saw this team a couple of weeks ago and he was immense in the proper sense at Luton, alongside his centre-back partner Nathan Pond. They were terrific down at Kenilworth Road.
It's not like that, Johnny. He's the skipper of the team. He's a good leader, and he's invaluable. He's an experienced player at this level, and he communicates as well along his back four.
It's the other centre-backs we're looking at the moment, with O'Donnell and Brahim Bounab. Hurriedly back to the goalkeeper, Mark Halstead, who's on loan from Blackpool. He actually played in one Premier League game last season for Blackpool against Chelsea. I think it's fair to say it's probably the biggest match he's ever played.
I'm going to say, if you're playing one Premier League game, it would be against a team such as Chelsea.
And the first whistle for a free kick, and it's gone Stockport's way. As you saw, they're down in 17th place in the table. They would have expected more, having been relegated from the Football League only last season. But it's a tough old league to do well in, is this? As the likes of Grimsby and Kidderminster and York and Luton have found out.
Without a doubt, John, this is a tough league, and you do need a little bit of money to improve the team, and Fleetwood have had that, but Mickey Mellon has spent wisely, and he's got a terrific squad together here.
Decision to be made here by Pond. Oh, he's actually given the ball away. That was not the right decision whatsoever. He gave it to Elliott. Stockport with an opportunity just outside that Fleetwood penalty area for the first shot of the game. It is blocked. Comes to Holden. His brother, you may know, is an American international. Sean McConville back in the lineup, top scorer at Accrington Stanley last year in League 2. He got a dozen goals for them. with the layoff. Didn't quite reach his strike partner Antonio German, who's also played Premier League football down at Queen's Park Rangers, so there's some pedigree out there tonight.
Yeah, there certainly is, and it's a decent formation that Jim Gannon has set out. It's a positive formation. He's got the two midfield players, Routledge and Sheridan, just sitting in there, but when the ball does go up to Big Tom Elliott up front, he's got Michael Patton, he's got Sean McConville, and he's got Antonio German getting up there in support.
McGuire trying to get involved in the midfield for the first time tonight. Some people think that Fleetwood are a long ball side, but they keep getting results. It doesn't matter if the long balls are accurate balls, it doesn't matter where they're hit.
I beg to differ a little bit about that long ball, John, because they've got two midfield players in McGuire and Milligan who like to get on the ball, like to pass the ball and get involved a lot. So I know they've got the pace of Vardy and Mangan as well, who's playing a more central role as well with Vardy tonight. Has got good pace, but I also think this team can play football.
And there is Vardy, he's like lightning. This is the first we've seen of Jamie Vardy so far tonight, and he ran into the blue and white brick wall. Possession lost in the centre of midfield, so it is McGuire who hits it long. It's a useful ball as well towards German, just couldn't control it. It's going to be interesting to see where German plays tonight, whether he's an orthodox striker or whether he just tucks in behind the main marksman Tom Elliott.
Yeah, I think you got it right the second time. I think that's what he'll do. I think he'll wander about the pitch really and try and get up in support. I think he'll just play behind Tom Elliott.
They started quite brightly of Stockport County. They've drawn a lot of matches this year, and there's, if you want to call it a shot, the first one of the game coming in from Michael Patton.
Yeah, that's right, Didier man there. We just see Michael Patton left foot shot, never really set for the shot, but you're right, John, they've set off quite well. Trying to get the ball down, trying to get it up to Tom Elliott as well, and the support players there. But under Didier man, they like to play football, and you rightly said, too many draws when he was in charge.
They've got a remarkable away record of 1 win, 7 draws and 2 defeats, which shows that they're pretty consistent, but they've just not had a finishing edge.
No, that's right, and I'm afraid if you're going to be challenging for the playoffs or trying to get promotion, you've got to turn them draws into wins.
Yeah, it's often said in football nowadays, you're better off winning one and losing one than you are being consistent and having a couple of good draws. Bit of a breeze here, as you would expect, as we see Jim Gannon back on the touchline, and he does tell him he feels like it's coming home. It's funny how some managers fit in at some clubs.
Yeah, certainly you can tell by the mass support that Stockport have brought here this evening that they're right behind the manager as well, but it just makes me wonder about players when a new manager comes in. There's a yard or two pace better and the spring in the step, and why should it be like that? They should have done that for the previous manager. I just can't get the head round when a new manager comes in, they seem a lot more livelier as a team.
Well, you're an ex-pro, you would know better than me, but it happens frequently, doesn't it? Played for by Goodall. Easily enough for McNulty, who's been a terrific signing for this club since he joined them from Barrow. Pond on this occasion, however, the defender doing his job well. The defence must beware of Vardy's pace. He goes racing in and just hustled the goalkeeper. He could have given the ball away, but Stockport had done well to retain the possession, which is now with Patton. Elliott. That's rather into no man's land. But the goalkeeper did well there. He acted as a sweeper. He spotted where that ball was. Nobody in a red shirt near it, so he came and has instigated another Stockport raid. If anything, they've probably had more of the ball than Fleetwood in these early moments. Out with Holden now, back in the side today. Doing his level best to get around the defender. Here was Peter Till. All good wide players have to defend as well as attack. It's Fleetwood on the move forward this time, however. And a promising gallop as well there by Alan Goodall.
And what a great old-fashioned tackle at the end of it as well. Two committed players there as the balls come between them there. That's what it's all about. No pulling out, fair tackle, no rolling about either after the tackle. Just get up and get on with it.
Your old mentor Billy Bremner would have loved that.
He taught me well, John.
Certainly did. Good crowd in tonight, supporting the Fleetwood Cod Army. One of the best nicknames around. They've scored plenty of goals this season for these jubilant fans. 39 already in just 19 league games, so even I can work out that's two a game and a bit.
Yeah, they certainly get the value for money, these Fleetwood fans, and Mickey Mellon has got a good attacking side, and when you've got the likes of Mangan and Vardy up front, you're always going to score goals.
It really is amazing the progression that Fleetwood have made, a rapid rise through the ranks. It's only a couple of years ago I saw them playing at Farsley Celtic, and here they are now in the lofty heights, the second position in the Blue Square Premier League, with ambitions of making it into the Football League, who obviously will be the first time in their history. And they created history last week, first time ever they'd knocked out a league club when they overcame Wycombe Wanderers here. Yeovil up next. Now nearly said don't make a mistake here, and it is turned back by Danny O'Donnell in the end to his young goalkeeper Halstead, on loan, as I say, from Blackpool, getting experience here. Elliott takes it down with difficulty. Still a Stockport possession, however, until McNulty steps in. Wilson attempting to get it forward. And that ball refusing to go out. But it is going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, I think Jim Gannon will be happy with the first 10-11 minutes of this game so far. You're right, they have had most of the ball. Fleetwood have not really stringed 2 or 3 passes together, and Vardy, Mangan not really been in the game, and it's a bright start from Stockport.
And Milligan to Pond, the longest serving player here now, Nathan Pond. First look at goalkeeper Scott Davies. It's just about the first time he's touched the ball, apart from taking a goal kick. A long raking ball from Pond. Important that one doesn't get above O'Donnell. It didn't. Vardy was only too ready to come in behind him. Well spotted again, McNulty. He does read a game well. You say you know him well.
Yeah, he does. He's big Evertonian as well, John. Keeps reminding me he used to watch me, he said, when he was a young lad.
Well, that might have something to do when he was a young lad.
Correct, yeah.
Well, looking over at that magnificent stand, which cost the princely sum of £4.5 million. Money around in the Blue Square Premier League. Played in behind the full-back, a chance here as the ball is pulled across and knocked out safely for a throw-in. Good defending from the central defence there, with Mangan in breathing down the necks.
Yeah, it's a good little ball as well, but great pace again by Vardy. Got to the byline, pulled it back, but defensively I think it was Olden went with his man Till, cut the ball out.
Well, it is Jamie Vardy's pace which makes him such a magnet. We've got a Stockport tash. More in the Fleetwood dressing room, I do assure you. But there is the one attempt at a Stockport County moustache, Mark Lynch, and that's a moustache on the top of his head from Vardy. Told he couldn't grow one. He's got a Mohican instead. Milligan's corner here for Fleetwood, looking to get an early advantage. Milligan normally good on set plays. That wasn't one of his best.
Yeah, he's usually terrific on set plays, free kicks, corner kicks. He's usually very precise, but poor ball in, didn't miss the first man. Easily cleared away by the Stockport defence.
There's Alan Goodall taking the throw-in. Former Chesterfield and Rochdale and Luton. Most of these lads have played Football League at some stage of their careers. That is a good old-fashioned hack away. Well done. McNulty picked out his man there. Sheridan tries tries to get a tackle in. It's going to come out wide here for Wilson. He's got Till for company. May go inside. He has done. It's a useful little ball. That one for McGuire. Chips it across. The goalkeeper in two minds there. Checked. It's just too far for him. There may yet be something on, and it's hammered in by Peter Till straight into the defender. Get another opportunity to shine here. Experienced player Till, and he created the space for the cross. It's a good one, and the goalkeeper was undoubtedly fouled.
Yeah, I just thought he got caught in two minds. Did Mark Olstead on the first original ball, got that put into the box, created a bit of trouble, but then when the second ball came in from Till, he's been commanding, did get a knock in the back. I think it was from Sean Clancy there. His first real bit of pressure from Fleetwood Town.
Offside. Tom Elliott is with from one of your old clubs, Leeds United.
That's right, yeah, the promising youngster is a 16, 17-year-old and went on loan to a couple of clubs as well, and here he's found himself at Stockport County, and can he work his way back into the Football League, either with Stockport or otherwise?
So the free kick, long from Lynch, and all the way through, and one bounce off the turf into the arms of Davies. Going to be, it's a difficult one for the goalkeeper. Eventually will pick it up, and if it crosses the line it would have been a goal. The referee said there was nothing wrong there, and Vardy almost added to his tally.
Yeah, the keeper's asking the referee the question. Vardy went in with his stood showing, but I'm afraid the keeper caught in no man's land, and just a little mix-up with his defender as well.
Absolutely, I mean the ball was going across the face of the goalkeeper. He wasn't too positive. Free kick, they try and take it quickly.
Oh, that's right, either keeper or defender should take the initiative here, and as we see, great pace by Mangan, keeper caught in no man's land, and there I thought he'd have dived on the ball. He's got every right, Vardy, to go for that ball, but his studs were up, they were showing, but the keeper's so casual. He's got to get onto it quicker, he's got to dive onto it quicker to prevent that happening.
He nearly dragged it back into his own goal, didn't he? It would have been that's the own goal, I think. That. Anyway, there's still a chance here for Fleetwood to grab his lead, for which they're seeking now. For the cross and headed away by Buno. German. Oh, he's balked. He's blocked off. He still goes. I'm surprised the referee hasn't gone for a foul there. I thought he was obstructed.
He was obstructed there. He's done well. I think it was Alan Goodall, the left full back. He's just got in between the ball and Antonio German, but the referee, yeah, I thought it was obstruction there.
Another one for Elliott to chase. Pond will surely direct this one back to Davies. Former Morecambe goalkeeper, actually born just down the road here in Thornton, Cleveland. He had to come far to play his football. Now, but settling into a central defensive role here for Stockport at the moment, with a couple of injuries. Piaggiani scored a couple of goals 2 weeks ago. He's out injured, so he's getting his chance. In by McConville, taken further forward by Sheridan, but he sort of ambles onto that one. Lynch has made an extra man down the right touchline. German hesitates. Milligan, a good little pro. Once at Blackpool. I think he's an Everton fan as well. There's a few of them around.
There's a few of them around, Ron, but I just think they're struggling at the minute. The two midfield players, McGuire and Milligan, to get close to the Stockport midfield players. It's because of the system that Stockport are playing. Free moving, midfield players seem to be drifting anywhere they want to go, really, and I think Fleetwood are finding it difficult to pick them up.
Pond and McNulty have had no problems at centre-back, though. They've got rid of everything, and here is Pond. Goodall, who's come into the side in the last couple of weeks in place of Junior Brown, who picked up an ankle injury down at Luton and hasn't figured since. I'm told he'll be back in a couple of weeks. Unfortunate that for Brown, he missed out on an England C appearance.
Yeah, I've seen the lad play a few times. He's very quick, got a great left foot as well, delivers great balls into the box, and I'm sure he'll be sorely missed by Mickey Mellon.
There is Mickey Mellon, probably one of the better touches. It's still sprouting, isn't it? But we've got to point out, by the way, this is because of cancer awareness in November.
It is, and I supported a Tash for about 7 years of my young career, John, from about the age of 17, so I'm not going to get involved in
I remember it well. You looked a bit like a latter-day Terry Curran, with the longer hair as well.
It is.
Yeah, most of the home players certainly are sprouting above their top lips at the moment. With Stockport sprouting on the score sheet, if McConville gets this one through, he does, and it's poured away by Davies. Decent effort from McConville.
Yeah, it was. He only had one thing on his mind as well when he came across the box. Thought, get his shot away, and Scott Davies really flapped it, to be quite honest, as we see McConville just drifting out, right foot, decent effort, and of course Scott Davies to, as I say, pour it away.
Well, so McConville, 13 goals it was for Accrington Stanley last year. He's just got the couple here so far this season. I was a bit surprised to see him move into this division. Nothing wrong with it, of course, but he was doing quite well at Accrington. Crown round. This might well be the first corner. And, even Vardy's gone back there. Mind if it breaks to him, he'll be like a ground off to the other end. So Stockport made a good delivery. Davies sends up a message to say that he's in there, ready to grab anything that comes his way. And that's going to go to nobody in any colour of shirt.
Yeah, just all over it, ball there to the back post. Just running a little bit flat with the Stockport attackers and the two defenders that came up. It's always good to have somebody at the back post, but I'm afraid it was a little bit flat.
Friend of yours? Straight from the beach, I think. Far away from the Eiffel Tower, it's not quite within our view though. This late kick-off at Fleetwood Town tonight at Highbury Stadium. That looked like a corner to me, and it is. I think it was Vardy's pace again that brought them that corner kick.
Yeah, it just shows when you've got some willing runners up there, if you just knock the ball into the channels with the pace, they're always putting defenders under pressure. It's just resulted in a corner kick to Fleetwood.
McGuire, one of those advancing around about the penalty spot now. As always, it will be Jamie Milligan to float this one across, 31 years of age now. It's a bit flat, fraction too flat, and Stockport able to take care of the first delivery. What about the next one? Well, he's balked, but no foul in the opinion of the assistant referee, who was closer to that. Into the area, Vardy with a touch. And they've managed to hit German.
Well done,
Now Lynch, a former Manchester United player, I in fact saw him play in the Champions League. Now Lynch for Manchester United away at Deportivo La Coruña. He's only appeared in the Champions League. They lost 2-0 that night. Be careful playing it around here. Bit of composure shown by John Routledge though. The player picked out in Snodwatch, but that's a lazy ball, which gives Peter Till the opportunity to really run at them here. Could get the shot in as well. It is Till. He'll put it across, shout for a handball. A turn on it may be. Oh, there are masses of defenders around, and Stockport come out unscathed. I think that was, when we see that, we're probably one of those that it was ball to hand rather than hand to ball. And Stockport are coming themselves now with a pacey German going for this, and look how far Davies has come from his net. Anyway, he took the right decision in the end.
He's done well in the end, but counter-attack there. But here we see the handball, just a ball played across. It's hard from that camera angle, but I don't think referee got it right. I think it'd have been an harsh penalty if he'd have get it against Stockport there.
I'll definitely give that as a free kick against McNulty. Yeah, we often see those, don't we? If the arm is raised, there's always a danger of a penalty being given, but I don't think he was even looking at the ball.
No, that's right. He wasn't. As he went to cross the ball there. Yeah. Here we go.
Here's this one again, Peter Till.
Yeah, Till's got it down there. Yeah, I think they've both gone out there, and I think it would have been a very harsh decision.
A little flick here, and it's gone all the way through and wide. Elliott's got all his goals this year with his head, incidentally. 5 goals, 5 headers.
Yeah, he's a tall young man as well, and I'm sure there's more to come out of Tom Elliott. He's got the physique, he's got the height. Just got to believe in himself a little bit more, that he can go on and have a decent career and score goals.
Certainly Leeds had belief in him when he made his debut as a 16-year-old against Norwich City. Well, he's still got time on his side, Elliott, just 21. They're struggling to get this ball away here. They're pressurised straight away by enthusiastic Fleetwood men like Peter Till, who's felt that one.
Yeah, the keeper Mark Hall said he's having a go at Boonab there for just playing the ball back and not to his right foot to clear his lines. He's under a little bit of pressure.
Milligan, and then Vardy. Clever little chip over the top with the outside of his boot, and the first time shot gathered him by Halstead. It came from Clancy.
Yeah, good strike from Clancy, left foot. Great little ball over the top there by Jamie Vardy. Provider there, just clipped it up with the outside of his right foot. Good strike, good first, but the other side of the keeper might cause him a problem, but good goalkeeping, good positional play from Mark Halstead.
Stockport will be pleased to have gone halfway through the opening half without a concession. Without too many worries, really. Fleetwood a formidable force here at Highbury. They've won 4, they've drawn 4 and lost only once here, surprisingly, to a team we've seen, Newport County. 4-1 the score on that. Here's Jim Gannon. And a bit of advice coming from Willie McStay, his assistant, who's caretaker manager a week ago. Here anyway, Fleetwood again. It's opening up down the right if the ball comes. He's gone the other way this time. Plenty in red shirts forward, but too far forward in the opinion of the referee's assistant.
Yeah,
Michael Bingham.
Andy Mangan just got the ball there, and I thought you were going to switch it to this right hand side where Glenn Wilson, the right fullback, had made an overlap, but he opted to go the other way. Played it back across, and good line from Stockport County, kept a solid line, and there we see just probably a yard offside. That's good defensive play from Stockport County.
It's a little bit short. So McGuire makes something of it, but Goodall can't. So all the way back to his keeper Davies again. The only ever present in the Fleetwood side this season. So despite their great record, the manager's not been afraid to make changes when he's had to do. And it is Fleetwood on the move now, and ominously with Milligan, who'll surely put this into the path on the right side of Wilson. Forward again, good movement here, and the corner one.
He's got to deliver though once he gets there, Clancy. He's wanting to come back on his left foot, just put it in with the right foot. Body's in the box, Mangan's in there, Vardy's in there. Whip it in with the right foot.
Well, they've had plenty of set piece deliveries from Milligan, but none as yet counted. Can they break a deadlock here from this corner kick? Again, it will come from the left foot of Milligan. There's more height on this one. It's well away by German. In it goes. Keeper off the line again. It rattled the outside of the post and comes back into play. Well, there's a touch of fortune there for Stockport County, the sort of fortune any side needs. I think it was McGuire over there.
Yeah, I think it was, John. I think it was Jamie McGuire beat the offside trap. Just a little flick on. Found himself at the back post, and the handle were quite narrow, but he's managed to get his shot away. And unfortunately for for Fleetwood. It's at the outside of the post and came out.
There's a spell of pressure this from Fleetwood as they seek to take the ascendancy and the initiative. Vardy waits in the centre, nothing coming for him as yet. He hasn't had a single attempt on goal as yet, Jamie Vardy. Plenty of scouts here again watching, as always.
Yeah, when you've got whatever division you're in and you've got a lad on form as he is and scoring goals and well talked about, but as we see this at the back post, it's a great effort from a narrow angle. I thought she could have pulled it back, but when you think the effort, quite a decent effort from that angle.
Yeah, McGuire a little short on goals at the moment. He's had a couple this year. He got one in the last home match against Bath, but he's normally more prolific than that. But they've had the goals coming from Vardy. They've not really needed anybody else. Free kick.
Yeah, if you're going to win the league, John, you just can't rely on probably one or two players getting probably 10, 15 goals. You've got to get them from elsewhere, and you're looking for your midfield players to get in the region of 6 to probably 10 goals, and your centre backs to get 2 or 3 goals, and if you're getting them from everywhere along the pitch, you've got a great chance then of getting promotion.
It was just a little bit late, wasn't it? And the referee had a word, but no more. With no yellow cards in the game so far. We are exactly half an hour into this match. Fleetwood Town 0, Stockport County 0. Writing in the programme, Mickey Mellon says that you can't have envisaged this a couple of years ago where they're playing the likes of Wickham and Luton and Stockport in successive weeks.
No, that's right. It just shows where they have risen from and what a tremendous job both the chairman of this club and Mickey Mellon have done.
Yeah, the chairman's done a great job. He's watching and well taken care of. It comes out as far as Vardy. The whistle's gone. Free kick Stockport to the delight of those county fans, the Hatters at the back of the net. You and I usually get early goals, don't we? We're having a bit of a wait tonight.
Yes, we do, John. There's just over 30 minutes gone, and had a couple of attempts at the post. Vardy gone in on the keeper, but nothing really on towards what's looking like a clear-cut chance.
That was a giveaway by Clancy. It's into Elliott. Tries to manoeuvre a position for a shot. He'll ask Holden to thrash one in. It took the slightest of deflections, but that was enough to carry it wide. It's a piece of defending, actually.
Yeah, he's done well there, Wilson, because he's got a block to it. Elliott's just played it out right and left, and Holden is going to strike it. You could see himself setting it up first time out, and Wilson's done well to get some kind of deflection on it.
Yeah, it was on its way. Actually jumped too soon there, did Vardy, as a result of which Stockport still have the possession. Well, they did have it. They've got a throw in instead now, right on halfway. With Mark Lynch, who has a succession of Football League clubs, notably Rotherham United, whom he scored his only ever goals in league football. Holden, who had that shot a moment or two ago. Routledge. With the longer option this time. The goalkeeper was coming for that and it never got to him, but eventually McNulty thrashes it up into the other half of the field. Lynch's decision is to put it out for the throw-in. Clancy moving around the field. He's adopted a role on both flanks so far tonight. Fleetwood not finding it easy to make chances here.
No, they're not, and let's give credit to Stockport for that. They're overloading in the midfield area. Defending, O'Donnell and Boona have defended quite well against the likes of Vardy and Andrew Mangan. So, yeah, I'm sure Jim Gannon will be delighted.
Well, funny enough, Fleetwood have a better record away from home than they do at home, and Stockport have a better record away from Edgeley Park than they do at home. So, in that sense, it's going as expected.
And I can understand that Fleetwood have got a better away record with the pace they've got and the counter-attack. It's no surprise because the home side have got to come out a little bit, and that provides space for the likes of Mangan and Vardy, etc., and Clancy to get forward.
Exciting play from Clancy, doesn't get him anywhere in the end. Yeah, the big test for Stockport here will come if Fleetwood take the lead. Whether they've got the character to come back into the game, but they're doing all right at the moment. Not quite on the same wavelength though. McGuire digging in. He did win the ball, but it broke kindly for Elliott. Acts as the springboard to another Stockport raid here. German, and unfortunately the ball is played behind Lynch. Routledge, not the tallest, but a neat little player. Former Wigan Athletic player, Routledge. Pond. Well, on Premier Sports we bring you all the top matches, and this has a real ring about it, doesn't it? Two former Football League clubs meeting at the Racecourse Ground Wednesday the 30th of November for Wrexham against Darlington. The league leaders at home there, looking to build on their position at the top of the table. And in case you missed it earlier, they did win 2-0 today down to Lincoln City. Yeah,
Andy Morrell taking over where Dean Saunders left off. Dean's gone to manage Doncaster, former club of mine, and Andy Morrell has done so.
In from Vardy, sorry to interrupt, off the post for the second time already in this match. And that time it was drilled in hard and low by Mangan, and how fortunate Stockport are to survive this chance.
Yeah, and I tell you what, once he got into that position, I expected him scoring a goal. He's a terrific goal scorer, Andy Mangan. He's got half a chance there, and he's hit it against the bottom half of the post. I would have expected, and I'm sure he would have done, Andy Mangan to put Fleetwood Town 1-0 up.
So that's twice in the last few minutes. First of all McGuire, now Mangan, that the Stockport frame of goal has been rattled, but it's still 0-0 as Milligan prefers to take the corner. It was won by Vardy, he'll be one of those up there for it. Milligan has a second bite at the cherry, lofts it in well, keeper not sure. A lack of control from Wilson. Towards Stockport, another opportunity to clear their lines, which they did. They just can't get that breakthrough at the moment, the Cod Army. That was a gift. And as a result, Stockport have 4 up here against 3. Can they capitalise? Antonio German slips it through now. The ball back in, and it's into the side netting as it was driven in hard and low by Holden.
I'll tell you what, counter-attack there. I think it was Milligan who did the ball away. And all of a sudden, County, right, as you said, John, 4 attacking players getting forward. Went to Holden on this left-hand side. And I'll tell you what, McNulty's done ever so well to get back and get his body in the line.
He is quicker than they give him credit for.
Yeah, he is a big lad, and I know 1 or 2 opposition supporters do give him a bit of stick, but he knows the game.
It's an even game as well. Stockport have another corner. They've had quite a few of those. And Sean McConville to deliver. Some of the fans there are off for their Bayern Bovril, I fancy. What else for the football match? And high, Elliott up for it. And all the time in the world for Fleetwood. They obviously try and hit Vardy with his pace, but so far Stockport know what's coming and they've stopped it.
Yeah, they'll have seen games with him involved, and they'll know he's the major threat.
So at the bottom of your screen you can just see today's scores going through, a lot of draws. A big Big win for Forest Green Rovers there at Braintree. And the big match, Cambridge and Luton, that finished to a score. Well, Holden's featured prominently down this left side in the first half for Stockport. They need a good delivery from him though. Short. And eventually it is flicked across, and there may be something here for Elliott. Well, he's got his boot on it, but he's hooked it into the fans behind the net.
That's half a chance really for Big Tom Elliott there, but you're right. Holden down this left hand side is getting in. Just a little clip ball from McConville to the back post, little flick on. Could he have done better? Still a difficult opportunity. Davies came out of his goal quickly. Half a chance.
For me, Holden's probably been the most influential player for Stockport. He's had some good attempts down this side. Clancy for Fleetwood. Goodall passes a way through here. Oh, goes into the sea.
Yeah, just need a little bit of composure there once he got in front. And you can't look down at the pitch as well, John, because there ain't no bubbles on this pitch this evening. So bit of a rush of blood, and just could have composed himself.
Mangan composes himself back on his seat again. A former Blackpool player, of course. Mickey, you'd have played against him, I would think.
Yes, I've played against Mickey once or twice, and terrific player with Mickey Miller.
West Bromwich Albion, down in Bristol as well. Our eyes at the moment are on Stockport, moving sweetly forward with Patton. Elliott who waits in the centre. German fences for an opening himself. To lay it back for Routledge. German very left-footed, taking them on, and it's a right-footed shot, and it wasn't a bad one either. And it did get a touch. It's another Stockport corner. I think they're probably leading on that front.
Yeah, it just shows that he has got a right foot as well, John. He is all left foot, but he's looking to get on the left-hand side, but cutting on his right. Got a little deflection. And Scott Davies in the Fleetwood goal scramble across, and as you rightly said, it's resulted in yet another corner kick for Stockport County.
4 minutes to half time. I can't imagine there'll be much added time here. There's Fleetwood cater admirably. And the crowd doing an eye there. It's all depending where that dropped. It's McConville. Oh, that's a good old-fashioned shoulder charge on McConville. Dispossessed. Goodall on the charge down the wing. Comes instead to McGuire. Whoops, it's come off the shin of O'Donnell, who's back in the lineup today, having suffered a back injury and missed the game last week down at Ebbsfleet. Stockport led until late on, but were beaten 2-1. A couple of results like that today. Bath City notably conceding 2 in the last 3 minutes to lose. That's what happens when you're down at the bottom of the league. So Stockport will be very happy if they can go back to their dressing room all square. McGuire up well. Broke though. Sheridan was the one who pumped it over right for Lynch. Chance here. He was calling for it, and the goalkeeper comes and does really well. Peter Till, sprawling on the ground, was looking to just clip that one over Halstead, and the keeper foiled it.
Yeah, he's done well, the keeper there, terrifically well, Halstead. But I thought that was a lazy ball from Vardy there. He'd drawn the defender, just had to simply just roll it into the path of Till, and he were in, and he's over it. That was just carelessness from Jamie Vardy there.
Oof, that's a strong back pass. And he has to make sure it doesn't go out for a corner, as well to find his own man McConville. That's 2 good contributions from Halstead. And 1 from Pond. He's a rock. And the defence is Nathan Pond. Nicely taken down. Clancy. They're gathering in the middle. And it's Going to be a corner for Fleetwood here, coming towards half-time. And one of the Stockport fans behind in the Percy Robson stands thought that was a goal kick, but the referee says corner. Chance for Fleetwood belatedly in the 45th minute of the half.
Yeah, I always have a look at the players' reaction, and I know the crowd behind that goal, the Stockport fans wanted a goal kick, but not many of the Stockport players appealed for the same decision.
It would change the team talks enormously if Fleetwood were to score. Stockport holding on at 0-0 as we move towards added time in this first half. As always, referee Barrett having to sort out a couple of little contretemps. 1 minute of added time, that's all. So Fleetwood, you've got a minute in which to score a goal. Milligan delivers. O'Donnell clears. Milligan a second time on the right foot. It's got through, and hesitancy, no question of a back pass from O'Donnell. The ball spun off his body into the arms of the grateful Holstead, and it looks as though it is going to be 0-0 at the break after this.
Yeah, that could have gone anywhere. Just come off his hip there and fell perfectly back to his goalkeeper.
Oh, an awkward bad ball there. It is Vardy. He's done it again. No, he's offside. Jamie Vardy's celebrations are muted because the referee's assistant over here, Michael Bingham, has ruled that one out in company with the referee, who is surrounded by Fleetwood players. We all know about Vardy's pace. He can't believe it. It was a typical example of the way he snipes, though. Good finish, Vardy, but no goal, Vardy.
But the Fleetwood players don't look too happy there. What does he give that for?
I haven't a clue. I have not got a clue.
Looking
He's
at
certainly
the
not
pictures
offside.
again, he's certainly not offside. He's finished it very, very well. What does he get it for?
That is an unbelievable decision. Well, maybe he can tell us at half-time. Nobody was offside in the first instance.
We don't know whether when McNulty headed the ball, whether Mangan was in an offside position coming back.
Well, controversy right at the end of this first half here at Highbury Stadium. Questions still being asked of the referee, and we'll try and find out what has happened. Mangan was one of those who hit an upright, McGuire also, but Fleetwood generally have been denied in these opening 45 minutes. Stockport County are holding on against a team that has pretensions to be top of the league at the end of the season.
Okay. So that one's first, yeah? Can I just... Okay. Right. Doing the... The one where Vardy went in on the keeper.
Yeah.
The shout for a penalty, the handball.
You're going to see him?
Yeah.
You will.
McGuire hitting the post, Andy Mangan hitting the post, and then Sean McConville at this end.
Yeah.
It's the graphics first, isn't it? Yeah. Well, coming up after this game, we've got live coverage in Freeview of the last race of the season from the NASCAR Nationwide Cup, featuring Danica Patrick. This is the first time this series will have been broadcast in the UK. Then on Sunday evening at 8 p.m, we go live to Homestead, Miami for the climax of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, where both Carl Edwards and Tony Stewart can take the title. Certainly quite a weekend of motorsports. Well, it's an exciting couple of months all round here on Premier Sport. There's heavyweight boxing next weekend, and we've just added 40 more ice hockey games from the NHL to our December lineup. The second leg final of the Copa Sudamericana will also be live. For more details on how you can subscribe, please go to our website. That's premiersport.tv. Well, here this evening, it's still goalless at Highbury. Mark Cooper is alongside me. There's not a great deal to separate these two, is there?
No, there isn't. Stockport have come with a clear game plan to try and pack the midfield and frustrate Fleetwood, which they have done to a degree. They've had plenty of possession, but you always feel as though Fleetwood have got that little bit extra firepower.
Well, they certainly showed that in the last couple of minutes. I mean, it was the man that we were hyping up prior to the game, Jamie Vardy. He had his opportunity, he put it away, but disallowed. How did you see it?
It looked as though the Stockport defenders had stopped and waiting for one of the strikers to come back on side. See, he's left the ball there, and Mangan's not gone for it. That's not offside. It's a terrible decision. It's a great finish.
And just show what he can do when he does get in the right positions and with his pace as well.
Yeah, he's got electrifying pace, and the one thing that struck him about him for me is his work rate is phenomenal.
Why do you think they disallowed it then? Because both the linesman and the ref were in agreement on it.
Well, he's obviously given it for Mangan being offside there, but he's not even offside, I don't think. I just don't see where the offside is there.
Controversial decision indeed. Well, there's certainly been plenty of opportunities, certainly from Fleetwood's point of view, where Jamie Vardy was involved right from the off as well. A bit of a scramble on the goal line for this one.
Yeah, I was waiting for the goalkeeper to pick it up, and he didn't pick it up, and he got himself in terrible pickle there, and he was very, very lucky at the end. You know,
a few shouts from the Stockport bench, like, you maybe shouldn't have gone in for that. But do you think he's well within his rights there to go for that ball?
The ball's on the goal line. He's got to go for it. He's got to try and slide it in. The goalkeeper's got to deal with that. Just kick it away if he's not sure.
A little bit too casual from the keeper there.
Just a bit.
Well, we had another slightly controversial decision as well in the penalty area. I mean, from where you saw it, handball. Harsh, you know, to give handball for that in such a crowded penalty area, I think. Okay, well, we'll have a look at it now. You get a second glance at it.
Yeah, it'd be difficult if you got that given against you. You wouldn't be very happy.
Well, certainly Fleetwood have had plenty of opportunities this half. Stockport have very much held their own, but Andy Mangan had a great chance, hit the post in the space of a few minutes.
Yeah, like I said, I like Stockport are trying to frustrate them, but you always feel as though they've got that firepower, Fleetwood, and that they're always going to hurt Stockport at some point of the game. You know, you can always see Fleetwood scoring. They're very unlucky there.
Yeah, well, this is the first one. Jamie McGuire hitting the post, and we've got Andy Mangan hitting the post as well. I mean, how frustrated will Fleetwood be, because they've not had it all their own way, but they have had the opportunities.
Yeah, I think Mickey will just say keep going, because they know somewhere along the line with the firepower they've got, they're going to keep creating and they're going to score goals. And I think if they keep going, it's only a matter of time before they score.
Jim Gannon must be relatively pleased with the way his side have come out and played here today.
Yeah, well, he's obviously come with a plan. He's tried to frustrate them in the midfield and outnumber them, which they have done, but they've not really created too many clear-cut chances with it.
The one clear-cut chance they did have through Sean McConville, it was saved by the keeper. Was this their best opportunity of the half, do you think? I think so. He's created it for himself, really, hasn't he? He's probably their one player that you think he's going to create something for himself, and he did, and it was a great save by the goalkeeper. Well, we're going to see that chance now. They're certainly getting down that left-hand side, Stockport, aren't they? They've got pace down that left-hand side. They have, yeah. They're playing, obviously, they're playing two wide and one up front. But I said they've not done too much with their possession. And like I've said before, I just think that Fleetwood have got more in the locker, especially in the forward areas. But Stockport are coming here, as you said, to frustrate, and if they can get a point out of this game, that's a bonus for them, isn't it? Yeah, Jim will see it as a great point. If he gets a point, it'll be a great start for him, and he'll feel that they're off and running. Okay, well, it's 0-0 here at Highbury at the minute. Fleetwood need the 3 points if they want to stay in touch with Wrexham, who did win today. We can have a roundup of all the day's scores now with John.
Yeah, well, we're almost halfway through the season and a lot of draws today. One down at Telford there with Mansfield Town involved, scoreless that game. The League New boys, Alfreton Town picking up a point at home to Gateshead, one of the front runners early season, and a draw as well between Barrow and York, so Walker not on the mark today against his old team. What a win for Forest Green Rovers though, a nap hand, 5 goals for them at Braintree Town. Cambridge and Luton, well, perhaps a predictable scoreline there. Jez George delighted with a 1-1 draw against Gary Brabbin's side. For Darlington, an excellent away win down at Ebbsfleet. It's a long journey from the northeast, but Darlington winning by 3-1. Grimsby and Newport shared 4 goals, but Grimsby were 2 goals down going into the last quarter of an hour, so they did well to get anything from that game. A 3-1 win for Kidderminster at Hayes and Yedding, and then the only home victories of the day recorded by Southport, and they scored both their goals in the last 3 minutes against rock bottom Bath City. And finally, a couple of goals for Wrexham, good enough to defeat Lincoln City and to keep them top of the table. And this is the table tonight. Going into our match at Fleetwood, as you can see, they now trail Wrexham by 3 points. Wrexham enhancing their goal difference as well, +7 over the Cod Army. Southport in 3rd, Cambridge in 4th, and York City after their draw today in 5th. Well, Stockport down there in 18th. They've had only those 3 wins so far. Still got hopes of another one here though today. Progress made by Darlington today and Forest Green Rovers, but for poor old Bath City, another defeat, having led until 3 minutes from time.
Okay, well, I'm pleased to say that joining us now is Fleetwood forward Richard Brodie. Richard, thanks for joining us. Frustratingly, you're suspended this evening.
Yeah, frustratingly so. Believe it or not, I've got my mum down as well for the weekend, but no, I was just starting to play well, and things haven't gone my way, but they've got enough firepower in the team to make up for it.
Your thoughts so far this evening?
I think Stockport have come with a game plan not to get beat, which is fair enough. They've got a great following, and they've brought the fans with them, but they've packed the midfield and trying to frustrate us.
You've had a chance to see the disallowed goal. Your thoughts?
I think it's very harsh. I think it's been given for Mangan being offside, but I don't think he was offside in the first place. Vardy's went through, and as he usually does, he always finishes him off.
Well, you'll know Mickey Mellon obviously better than most of us, so what will he be saying in that dressing room right now?
I think the gaffer will be just telling the boys to keep going. I think he knows that at home, especially at home, we'll create chances and one of them will get put away. And like I said, Stockport are trying to frustrate us, but we've got that little bit of firepower, a little bit of class in the attack to break that down.
Now Fleetwood as a team and several of the players are getting a lot of press attention, certainly at the minute after the FA Cup. What's the mood like in the camp? It must be fantastic to be here.
Yeah, the mood's great. The FA Cup last week, no disrespect, but we comfortably went past a League One outfit. The boys are buzzing, and it's a great place to go to work. And last year at Crawley, when you're winning's a great habit, and when you're going into work on a Monday, it's a nice place to be around, and the boys are getting behind each other, and it shows on the pitch.
Itching to get back and see out the suspension?
Yeah, without a doubt. Like I said before, I was just starting to get that confidence back in my game and start playing well, and that's football, and someone else has got the chance now. It's up to them to take it, but I'll be back.
Good stuff, Richard. We'll wish you all the very best for your team today and for the season as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, certainly Richard's side, Fleetwood, are in the ascendancy here at Highbury. They've had the best of the chances in the first half. The second half is coming up live in just a few minutes, so stay with us. 5 matches in the Blue Square Bet Premier to let you know about before Christmas. On Wednesday the 30th of November, you can see table toppers Wrexham take on Mark Cooper's old team Darlington. That's a week on Wednesday. Then the week before Christmas we'll be at Bootham Crescent to see two other teams right up there in the playoff mix, York and Kidderminster. That's Monday the 19th of December. For more information on this or any other Blue Square Bet Premier matches, then go to premiersports.tv. For the moment though, the task in hand is Fleetwood versus Stockport. The second half is coming up, so I'll hand you back to our commentators. John.
Thank you very much, Claire. Yes, here we are. Doesn't it look good? I mean, it is a super stadium. £4.5 million worth, that main stand there. And they also have a memorial stand here as well at Fleetwood in memory of those sailors who lost their lives and never came back to this country. They really are on the move and they're making vast progress and spending a lot of money here at Fleetwood. Here comes Stockport then. We'll have a look to see if there are any changes. There aren't apparently. Yeah, so the two managers, I would think they would both be relatively happy, Snow.
Yeah, 0-0. Jim Gannon will be delighted that his team haven't conceded, but on a couple of occasions they could have been probably 2 or 3 down. I'm still querying the Jamie Vardy goal and why it was give offside. I'm sure we'll get an explanation at the end of the game. But Jim Gannon, they have hit the post a couple of times, Fleetwood, but relatively they have packed the midfield. They've had a lot of possession, but as Mark Cooper said at the interval, they've not really created that many chances.
And I think what Richard Brodie said there is absolutely right about Mickey Mellon's message. It will be simply keep on playing. They did create a couple of chances towards the end of that half, didn't they? Hit the post twice and had a disallowed goal. Anyway, that was the ref. He's not going to tell us right now why the goal was disallowed. We think we worked it out, but for me, the player was not active, even if he was offside, and I didn't think that Mangan was offside anyway.
I honestly don't know the offside rule, John, and a lot of ex-players and a lot of people in the game certainly don't know what it's all about these days, the offside rule. But all I can think about is Mangan's coming back from an offside position when the skipper Steve McNulty headed the ball, and I thought that the linesman must have thought he was going to challenge the defender, and then he is active. But tell me, I just don't really know the rules.
Well, you can't anticipate, can you? You've got to see what actually happens, what unfolds. Anyway, there we go. It was disallowed. It's still 0-0. Everything to play for, as they say. As Fleetwood get the second half underway, and Milligan pops it over to his right fullback Wilson. Brought in place of Sean Beeley today. Beeley on the bench. A decent squad here at Fleetwood, and they've added to it only yesterday, signing Ryan Crowther from Hyde United, a wide player. He's on the bench. I've seen him this season. He was very, very good.
They've got a great squad in depth as well. So when they do get a few injuries around that Christmas time period, they've got players to come in.
Here's Elliott. He's got some pace. He got past the first line of defence in Wilson. He's had to check, however. Rolling it back there for Holden. Elliott a second time in this move. Does well. Caused a bit of a problem there for that back line of the Cod Army. That was neat. Oof, that was fancy stuff. Showboating, they call it. Stockport obviously happy to have Danny O'Donnell, the former Shrewsbury Town player, in the ranks tonight. Jim Gannon and pointing the way as Claire takes a breather down the tunnel.
She's worked hard today. So far, Claire, I'm sure she's got a lot more work to do yet.
I'm sure she has. We all have. Here's Pont and Milligan. There's some experience in the Fleetwood ranks. It's a dangerous one. They tug at the shirt of Vardy. He'll still create an opening for himself, but it's a rather feeble effort in the end.
I think the referee did well, actually. He let play go on because Vardy had got away, but I tell you what, it was Boonham, I think, that's grabbed hold of his shirt, and he was quite fortunate not to go in the referee's notebook. He was grabbing at him, but I think he's done well to play advantage.
Goodall's put a bit too much venom in there, so we'll go dead right at the other end of the pitch, about a 50-yard ball out of play.
Here we see there the shirt pulling John, but referee's done well. He's played advantage, but what he should have done then is once the ball's gone dead, he should have gone back and he should have booked Buna.
Spot on, isn't it? It's all very well playing advantage, but then you still have to take into account the original offence. Over the top of everybody, and that's beyond German to recall. Interesting character, Antonio German, former Queen's Park Rangers player. He actually scored a goal for them as well. And cup tie against Euro club Doncaster Rovers. But, lost his contract there at the end of last season. Now trying to find his career a little further north, Stockport. Here's the first substitution of the match, and McNulty can't continue. He got a knock in the very first minute of this game. Beeley will be brought on in place of him, Sean Beeley.
Yeah, that's right. He went down first minute with Steve McNulty, and it must be playing on his mind. It must be quite sore because he's not the kind of guy to come off. And just a bit of a readjustment now. I think what's going to happen? Beeley going to go into a centre-back position, or is Goodall going to go in there? Yeah, I think Goodall's going to go to centre-back, and Beeley's going to come and play on this left-hand side.
Yeah, well, Beeley's a regular performer this season, not missed many matches, so no great disruption there, although McNulty and Pond do form an excellent partnership. Up to miles in the air. Nicely taken down by Vardy as well. Still battling for possession and then fouls the opponent. He's getting a bit angry, is Vardy, at the moment, with 2 or 3 decisions which haven't gone his way.
Yeah, that's why he's getting a little bit frustrated. I think the goal just before half-time would have really wound him up, and then he's had another opportunity just after half-time. Just a little bit frustrating, but he's got to keep his head, he's got to keep going. I'm sure there'll be more chances in this second half for him.
Well, the news on McNulty is that he's got a sprained ankle, so it's no wonder he can't continue. Certainly Junior Brown, he got a bad ankle injury at Luton 2 weeks ago, so there's a rash of them here at Fleetwood. They now have to defend. They do so with consummate ease. Mangan on the charge. Mangan, of course, top goal scorer at Wrexham before moving here. Just in your background there, you've shot some of the Stockport County physiotherapist Roger Wilde has been around in this game longer than I have. He's saying something.
No, he's not been as long as you, John. Certainly, and I remember Roger Wilde playing for Sheffield Wednesday.
Absolutely. Good striker. Moving ball, I think. High. So Stockport have dealt very well so far with all the set pieces that Fleetwood have conjured up. It would be ironic if they were to get a goalless draw here. I'm trying to a man down in the chippy before the game, and he said there's absolutely no chance. There's Roger the Dodger Wilde. He's the physiotherapist. He actually plays in a band, you know, as well.
Does it?
Yeah.
I remember
He's an old rocker. For a handball against Routledge. Oh, what a scrap going on here, and eventually the free kick goes Routledge's way. Against Routledge rather, and now the referee, everybody's getting a little bit hot under the collar here.
The referee just lost it for a minute or two there. I thought it would have foul on Routledge to start with, the initial foul, and then as we see here, I think he's just clipped his ankle there, and the incident's happened inside the Fleetwood half, and the referee made him come back. Didn't let him take a quick free kick.
Mangan. Still down the flank, instead it comes in for McGuire. And they've massed the ranks yet. It's again the blue and white stripes. They just need one breakthrough, you feel, the Fleetwood, really.
Yeah, because where the game's going, it'll be difficult for Stockport. I know they've had a bit of possession in midfield, but not really created anything up front. Scott Davies has been basically a spectator, so I think if Fleetwood do take the lead, it'll be difficult for Stockport to get back into this game.
No foul there, just a good, solid tackle from Goodall. Here's the opportunity for Mangan! Let's play! And smashes it into the back of the Stockport net. Fleetwood have got their breakthrough, and it is that man Mangan, Andy Mangan. Fleetwood 1, Stockport 0.
Oh, what a terrific strike by Mangan. Celebration as well from all his teammates. Tom Elliott wanting a free kick there. I don't think it was a free kick. Mangan's just dragged it onto his right hand side. And I tell you what, keeper Mark Halstead's absolutely no chance here. Should have been closed down a little bit quicker by the Stockport defenders, but once he got into a shooting opportunity, just dragged it onto his right foot, and an unstoppable shot past Mark Halstead to put Fleetwood into a deserved 1-0 lead.
You do not stop those. And Andy Mangan, 7th goal of the season. It matches the one he scored at Edgeley Park earlier in a 4-2 win then. Fleetwood 1, Stockport 0. And a firecracker. Unless it was something from the local fun palace.
I'll not hear the last of that, John. He always sends me a text, you know, young Mangan, on his performance and if he scores a goal, so I'll be inundated with texts about that screamer he's just scored.
You'll go back with him, do you? Long way. That was a good goal. It was a good goal. He created the space for the shot and he really thrashed it in. Look again, you see Vardy's, he's just a bit hot under the collar at the moment, isn't he? He's going to get himself into real bother if he's not careful. Bit of a shouting match with Routledge, I think.
What happened there? Routledge want to shake hands. Vardy, I'm sure, will be a shake of hands along the way.
I'm sure they will. If not now, at the end of the match. It goes. Well, it was German who flicked it on. Well, I did say in the first half that the real test of character for Stockport would come if they went a goal down. Let's see how their character is.
Yeah, can they respond going 1-0 down? You wouldn't have thought so of the first of the chances that they've had so far has been minimal, so it's going to be a difficult task, but now they've got to push bodies forward. I think Chadwick will be warming up as well, the striker. I think we'll be seeing him in the next 10-15 minutes or so.
Two players getting a little frustrated out there at the moment, I think. Saturday night in Fleetwood, 10 minutes into the second half, and Fleetwood second in the table, attempting to move up level again with Wrexham, and they've just improved their goal difference. It stood at -7 earlier. Compared with Wrexham, that is, oh, that was a giveaway. They'll sweep forward here, and I think he was offside there, man. No wonder he comes back and puts his hands on his head just about. Well done, Vardy racing across to make sure that Stockport didn't come out of defence quicker.
He's certainly wound up at this present time, is Vardy. He's chasing everything down, tackling, getting involved in things.
I can tell you somebody will be disappointed by the disallowance of Vardy's goal just before half-time. Everybody at Halifax Town. Ooh, that was a bad challenge. This might just be a booking. I think it is the first of the match. It is Pond, and he blocked off the man on a charge towards the net. He was the last man, but it was so far out that the yellow is the right decision for Mr. Barrett.
Yeah, that's right. It's Pond on big Tom Elliott there, and he's the first one, as you said, John, to go in the referee's notebook. As we just see here, he's just lost control of it and then stepped right across Tom Elliott, and the referee had no option but to put him in his notebook.
Chance for Stockport then to get straight back. Holding's free kick. They've got plenty of height in there. Drop edge of the area. Need something special here. They will get a corner. The attempted clip across from Patton deflected out.
I thought Patton was going to have a strike on goal, and then he took it another yard. I'm thinking clip it into the box, and by the time he did knock it in, he's closed down by two Fleetwood defenders. Another corner kick. Stockport definitely have plenty of corner kicks.
It's a deep one, and there's a header which is straight into the arms of Davies. Oh, the referee's given a penalty kick to Stockport County, much to the delight of those Stockport fans behind the net, to the horror of everybody connected with Fleetwood.
Yeah,
a pull on the shirts.
Yeah, there's not many true complaints. Again, I'm looking at the Fleetwood players. Referees book McGuire, it is, who's pulled him back, and you can tell with his reaction that there's no reaction at all. He's not contesting the penalty, so he feels that yes, he's get it away, and what an opportunity it is for McConville to put Stockport back on level terms.
Well, we were critical in the first half of the decision, but the referee had to be brave there here at Fleetwood in awarding a penalty against the home side. Award it he did, and Sean McConville has lined it up. It's McConville against Davies. McConville blasted in! You will not see a better penalty kick than that. Not only did the keeper go the wrong way, it flew in beneath the bar, right inside the upright. Stockport have rallied. They've levelled the match here through Sean McConville. Fleetwood won, Stockport won.
You could have had two keepers in there for that penalty from Sean McConville, and not two keepers would have saved it. What a strike this was. But here's the incident again. And he's pulling him, he's no choice whatsoever, but he's got an header, but watch this for an emphatic penalty. Top corner, plenty of power, to the delight of them Stockport County supporters.
And there's a substitution, I think, over there as well. The player going off is Sam Sheridan. And Stockport will now believe that they could even go on and win this one, having got back into the match. Sheridan, who was only recalled to the side today. Oh, what a time to score straight after the opener. The player who's come on, by the way, is Danny Rowe. And look at that, it's really lifted Stockport here. Another free kick for the foul on Elliott. And Fleetwood are rattled.
Yeah, the momentum with Stockport now certainly got back into the game. Silly penalty to give away by Jamie McGuire, who got the wrong side of his mark. I think it was Daniel O'Donnell who got the header in, the initial header, but what an emphatic penalty. And now the ascendancy certainly with Stockport.
Well, there it was. Just not bowled over. There is the substitute, Danny Rowe, just 19 years of age, made his debut at Leeds United a couple of seasons ago. His brother plays for Peterborough, Tommy. German looks as though he's got this one lined up. Although Holden has got a great left foot, so if he slips it to Holden, he might try and crash one in as well. What a comeback from Stockport. German it is. And a save that the keeper will be pleased with. Davies down to it and scrambles it away.
Yeah, decent free kick there, in for the bottom corner.
It's immediately up to the other end of the field for Fleetwood to try and get back in front. And there might be an opening here for Beeley. And it's good. The keeper should grab it there. He does. Beeley's first involvement in the match. Fleetwood Town 1, Stockport County 1. So Stockport are doing better than Wycombe Wanderers did here 7 days ago. Vardy shows he can get up there as well with his head. Pull the ball straight into the stands. That's Mickey Mellon, the most animated we've seen him so far today. And here's another substitution. And it's going to be the Fleetwood number 7, Sean Clancy, to be replaced. Clancy, a decent game, but he was one of those who was getting a bit aerated in recent minutes. And the replacement is the new boy, Ryan Crowther. What a moment from him, signed only just over 24 hours ago from Hyde United, top of their league, Blue Square North. like for like. White player for white player. German, he's had a decent second half, he's got very involved. Here he is now. I've seen in the first half he's left-footed, but he can hit them with the right as well. And Stockport having a really good spell of pressure here. That one is pulled back. May still come to a blue and white shirt. It does, ultimately, with enough red around. They're really struggling here, Fleetwood, at the moment. They're making mistakes all of a sudden. It's Elliott now. Down he goes. The referee won't point to the penalty spot this time. And he didn't seek to gain a penalty, to be fair to Elliott there. He stumbled, I think, as much as anything.
Yeah, he did stumble, and as soon as he went down, his arms came up as much to say, I didn't go down on purpose. Yeah, he did stumble. But I tell you what, they're having a real good go now, Stockport. The crowd, the Stockport fans are right behind them, urging them on.
Still 27 minutes to go of what's become a pulsating encounter. Typical of this league as well, I must say. I've seen some terrific games in it this season. There is no doubt that the standard has improved vastly, and players are filtering down. I'm sure the ones who perhaps used to play Premier League, and we've got so many foreigners here now. The good players have moved playing a little lower down the leagues, and here is Vardy. Asks for a corner, gets the corner.
And again, ball just played over the top of the pace of Vardy. He's got the beating of Boone out there for pace, got to the byline and resulted in a corner kick for Fleetwood.
Good call. Now they haven't got the height of McNulty in there now. He usually goes up for some of these set pieces. Beeley stays back on the halfway line. It's in high. Nodded back into the danger area, but a comfortable grab for the goalkeeper Halston. Well, Jim Gannon, it didn't work out for him at Motherwell or at Port Vale, but he's delighted to be back at Edgeley Park. And of course, very much part of those who are running the club, not just on the pitch.
Yeah, that's right.
Again, the race on at the other end. No foul.
Yeah, Jim Gannon, as he said, he's well appreciated by the Stockport County fan. He enjoys it here, so right was on the wall for him to come back.
It's opening up again for Mangan. Well, he's beaten the goalkeeper once, but not a second time.
Yeah, went for power, exactly the same as his first goal, really. Drifted in onto his right foot, come across, and then went for power. This time couldn't beat Mark Elster in the Stockport County goal.
You were nearly getting two messages tonight. No gap to be found this time. But it's a poor ball and Vardy's in behind. Here goes Jamie Vardy. Is this his moment? It surely is. There is nothing more certain than Jamie Vardy scoring when he sets his eye on the net. 2-1 Fleetwood. Guess who? It's Vardy. 13 in 13.
What a great finish that was. But Mangan held the ball up well, played it in inside, and then the pace of him, he's caught the keeper here. Lovely little ball, never a question of him offside. And as he's come, the keeper's advanced. What a great emphatic finish that was. Just a little chip over the advancing keeper to put Fleetwood back in the ascendancy. Very composed finish from a terrific footballer.
Typical Vardy. The scouts are just making another note in the books. I'm told there are about 15 here tonight. There were 20 odd here last week. Both Sheffield clubs are represented tonight, and Bolton Wanderers. Yeah. Fleetwood 2, Stockport 1, Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, looking at the boy as well, he could certainly do. I don't think there's any difference in this league to Division 2, John. I certainly don't. But the lad can definitely step up a league or two, and no doubt probably Championship football is his place to be.
Well, just to put it on record, talking to Mickey Mellon about him this week, and Mickey said there's no way we're going to let him go. They obviously want him to get them up into the Football League. His goals can do that for them. On the other hand, if somebody says £1 million, here you go, in the summer, he'll be on his way probably.
I don't think Mickey Mellon will have much choice, and I think the chairman might step in for £1 million.
Mangan's on his way now. Stockport just starting to rock a little bit. That might be too deep. No, you're right, but I'm sure the chairman here at the moment is rubbing his hands because of the goals, not about the prospect of more money.
Very much so. I don't think he needs the money, does the chairman as well. So I think what he needs is his team, or what he wants is his team into Football League. And they've risen through the league, so yeah, you're right, he might not be forced to sell Vardy at any price.
I started to let you into a little secret a minute ago. We got cut off because of the play, but Halifax Town receive some money every time Vardy scores. They will receive some more if Fleetwood get promotion to the league. They also have a sell-on clause in the contract. They were paid around about £100,000 for him, so this man's goals are earning a lot of money for another club.
And I'm sure that the Halifax fans will be cheering on every time that Vardy scores a goal, if that's the case. But when he finishes, he just had a little look, seen the keeper coming out, just a little clip over him. Great finish.
Once he's goal side, there's only one end result. And he's a player in form, isn't he, as well? You know yourself, Snob, that when you're on a high, when you are scoring goals, the net looks ever bigger.
Yeah, that's right. He's playing with bags of confidence, scoring goals left, right and centre. But just his pace overall, his willingness to work gets him opportunities as well. And when you've got a striker that's wanting to work as well and not just depend on his pace, then you've got a complete striker.
We've got a good game again for you on Premier Sports here. 2-1 Fleetwood lead against Stockport, but with due respect to Bath City, they may be bottom of the league, but they've put on a good show against anybody. It's Pond romping forward now. He's not got a goal this season, Nathan Pond. He might want one. Vardy, not sure it will get there, will it? It'll be a corner. They're very much on top at the moment.
Yeah, that's right, the big sentiment there. Nathan Pond, you're saying he's not scored a goal. He was destined to have a strike on goal, but certainly Fleetwood have bounced back from that resulting penalty that put Stockport back on level terms. And now are they going to go out and get another one and convincingly win this game?
Still over 20 minutes remaining here at Highbury Stadium on the Fylde coast. The water, the sea, not very far away. Is there going to be a sea of goals at the moment? But consecutive corners for Jamie Milligan to take. They like a Jamie here at Fleetwood,
They certainly do, and that's a better corner kicking, whipped into that near post area.
3 red shirts to aim at. It is deep, it's good, and dealt with in away by Routledge. So Stockport are under the cosh at the moment. Fleetwood happy to keep them there as well. They'll get some respite from this free kick.
He's got it the other way.
No, he's giving it the other way. I thought he was blowing for a free kick there to Stockport. It's gone the other way. You do feel that if they get a third goal here, Fleetwood, there will be no way back for the visitors.
Yeah, you would think so. And what does Mickey Mallon do? Does he tell his side to go and get the third one, or just to keep it tight? But knowing Mickey, I think he'll want a third goal.
Stockport went to ground, but the free kick was against him. So it is in from Milligan. Good header away as well from German. Back into the danger zone. They cannot get away from their own penalty area at the moment. Not the best effort of the night.
Very, very ambitious there from Alan Goodall there, yeah. I think he had the crowd shout and shoot, and the rush of blood.
Well, he's not scored for over 3 years. Oh, they're making mistakes all over the place. It is Vardy again, and down he goes. No penalty kick. The referee had a good view of that.
Ah, what a great tackle that was from the skipper. Daniel O'Donnell there, he's come across, he's seen Vardy again first touch, and he's intercepted with a great tackle.
So long as it stays at 2-1, Stockport are still very much in this match. For what would be a great point for them, and a great point for Jim Gannon on his return. Fleetwood can't count their chickens yet. They won 4-2 up at Edgeley Park earlier in the season. One of their more local matches. I suppose Stockport is the local derby here. They know how to play to Vardy. And he's up there again, waiting for something to come in here now, maybe. Step over Crowther. His first real contribution for his rival substitute.
Yeah, it's been a tough evening for Boonab there, the centre-back with the pace of both Mangan and Jamie Vardy up front. It's always got to be looking around, and I'm afraid he's been caught out once or twice.
Making inroads again here through Wilson, who's switched from right to left since McNulty went off and Beeley came on. Again. It's like a good old-fashioned English game, and the one I saw Luton involved in Fleetwood 2 weeks ago was a good old-fashioned English game as well.
That's what you get, John, at, I keep saying at this level, it's terrific. Just honest bunch of lads that want to play football, want to win a game, and just get on with it.
Well, at the moment it's going with the form book, but Germany's up there for it, and it might just be nicked in here. Well, the goalkeeper's grabbed it. Fleetwood, remember, have lost only one of their last 16 games, and Stockport only one away win all season at Bath City, so it was a home banker. Doesn't mean to say it will end in a victory for Fleetwood, but they are 2-1 up. That's by Lynch, Routledge. Lovely ball. Holden, perhaps not quite as effective in the second half as he was in the first. They've cut off the supply line to him. Well, some more good action coming up for you on Premier Sports. That's one not to miss for sure at the racecourse ground. The league leaders Wrexham taking on another former league club, Mark Cooper's old club, Darlington there. That's Wednesday the 30th of November at 7:30. You know, Wrexham are strong. I saw York play Cambridge the other week, which is one of the most entertaining football games. Probably the best I've seen all season. Two good footballing teams there, and we've got two good ones here.
Yeah, that's right. There's some terrific teams in this division, and as you say, Wrexham, Fleetwood, York City, Luton Town. I think it's made for an entertaining season, and I think it will go right down to the wire as well.
Certainly has, and in successive seasons now, teams that have come down out of the Football League have found it very hard to get back. There seems to be a new name comes to the fore every season, like Crawley last year, like Fleetwood this year. Clubs that haven't got great histories, but suddenly are accumulating a bit of wealth, and a lot of points are taking them up the league pyramid.
Yeah, it certainly helps when you get that investment as well, and you'll be able to spend a little bit of money, but you've got to spend it wisely, and both Steve Evans and Mickey Mellon have done that.
Patton lost it, and the ball was long, and Crowther was up there, and Vardy's in the centre. It's coming towards him. It is Jamie Vardy. The layoff is from him to Milligan. He wants it left foot, chips it just over, fractionally. Well, you'd have fancied him many a time there.
I think the better option, all right, he is only 20 yards out, John, in a striking goal, but if he had just looked to his left-hand side, the new boy Crowther was stood there shouting for the ball, and I tell you what, it would have been a better option. He'd have had a clear path on goal.
15 minutes to go, Fleetwood lead 2-1. You want to look out for your club? Do so now with the results at the foot of your screen. It's proving a hard season for Stockport County. If they do lose this one, their away record will be 1-1, drawn 7, lost 3. So they've scored 12 goals away from home and conceded only 16, but they haven't got enough matches. They haven't got a cutting edge, have they, really?
No, that's right, you can see that. But I'm quite surprised that Nick Chadwick, the leading goal scorer, didn't start this evening. Don't know what Jim Gannon thinks and what his methods are going to be for the Stockport County team, but I just find it strange when you leave your leading goal scorer out.
The man who's played and scored goals in the Premier League before his move for £275,000 to Plymouth Argyle. Nick Chadwick is on the bench tonight. And so, by the way, is a fellow called Ryan McCann. Now here's one for you. Ryan McCann holds a record. Any idea what it would be?
Go on, John. I've no doubt you're going to tell me because I don't know.
He scored a goal from 84 yards, which is the longest recorded distance for a goal. Playing up in Scotland for Queen of the South against Dundee. Can you imagine that? 84 yards. Here he is again. The chance is here for number 3, and it's whipped away off the toe end.
It just shows he's not really selfish as well when he gets into positions. If he feels that his teammates are in better positions, Vardy, he will lay off, he'll try to find them.
Here we go again, another clever chip. In case there are some very clever people around, you know, and some might be suggesting that a goalkeeper could Steve Grizovic or somebody else might have along. The record I refer to is for an outfield player.
I'm glad somebody's put you right, John.
Well, no, it's still the right.
Yes, outfield
record
player.
for an outfield player, 84 yards. I'd love to have seen it. I bet the goalkeeper won't ever want to see it again. Lynch. He'd have got lynched. Routledge, you'll see movement ahead of him. Oh, it's just too high for Elliott. Interesting that all Elliott's goals have been headed ones this season. He's shown already tonight a propensity for winning the ball in the air. Davies had to pick the ball out of his net from that fantastic penalty by Sean McConville, but otherwise he's not really been troubled.
No, that's right. He's been basically a spectator, just one or two things he's had to do, but no chance with a penalty. Great penalty, but I'm sure that's what he expected at the beginning of the game, not to be tested too much.
No free kick. Yeah, and I do think it sums up Stockport, play nice football, but no cutting edge.
Yeah, we saw that with Didier Man as well, that they get it down, the midfield are all very comfortable on the ball, but as I say, if they've got the boy Chadwick up front, then you don't really know where the goals are going to come from.
Whereas Fleetwood now do average over 2 goals a game in the season, 20 matches played and 41 goals scored already, but another 11 minutes in which to add to that. And again, move it around with Bunab, with McConville, and with Routledge. Look at the number of red shirts around them, denying them progression up the field here. A bank of 4 there across the middle, and Stockport just didn't know how to find a way through it.
No, that's right, John, and it ends up resulting in become a little bit anxious and just start knocking balls up the park, but certainly one man there has not get up the ghost yet. He's chasing everything down. Antonio German, I think he's worked quite hard today for Stockport.
Yeah, I think he has. He's done very well. He's perhaps looking for a contract. We're not quite sure what his circumstances are, but he was released by Queen's Park Rangers. Had a couple of trials, but at the moment he's on a short-term contract with Stockport County. Looking for another one. Vardy is, corner kick. Got the shot away, as he all seems to do. Nobody has more strikes on goal than Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the haircut, John, and the red streak, but he certainly can play football, the boy.
No, you may have had a moustache at one stage in your life, but never a haircut like that.
Come on, you don't concede now, come on!
Nor did I, incidentally. Well, eventually when we've got the ball, we'll have a corner, but first of all there is going to be a substitution. Peter Till will take his leave of us for Fleetwood. Peter Till, the one-time Grimsby and York City player. Birmingham City he actually started his career with. And we welcome, is the announcement, Gareth Seddon, scorer in midweek in a cup tie against Radcliffe Borough. The 2-2 draw, which Fleetwood actually lost on penalties. They're not used to losing matches. Corner kick for them here, all the way through. So Seddon's got a few minutes in which to make a mark. He has got 4 goals this season. The steam seems to have gone out of it in the early minutes of this half. It's getting a bit pernickety.
Yeah, there is, but I just feel Fleetwood comfortable at the minute. They've not really been threatened by Stockport in any way, shape or form since the penalty, and I think they're looking comfortable.
And they're on the way to 3 points at the moment as well. Milligan is told to retreat, replant the ball, and again. What do you want to say about pernickety? If you want another phrase for that word, it's fussy. As always, a Milligan delivery, a good one as well, into the heart of the area. The header was good too. Flashes by, and it was Seddon, I think. No, it was Pond, was it? Well, one of them was up there, certainly.
Yeah, I think Pond, if he would have deflected this, I think it was Seddon. And I think, if anything, if he'd have got anything on that, surely the flag would have gone up on that far side. She was definitely offside.
It would have been a great substitution, wouldn't it? 30 seconds having come on Gareth Seddon. A lot can happen in 6.5 minutes of a football match, and Stockport will try and make something happen here now with a ball from McConville trying to locate Ewan Holden there. I mentioned earlier he's the brother of Stuart Holden, the American international, who's at Bolton Wanderers, who's had a tragic look, hasn't he? A couple of broken legs.
I know I watched him at Goodall Park, terrific player, and I know he's been sorely missed by Bolton.
Played very well in the World Cup against England. Oh, that's a clever little ball through, and Elliott keeps the move going with McConville. The shot takes a deflection, does it? No, it was a weak one in the end.
Yeah, it was. We've seen him strike the penalty with plenty of power, but this time a little bit of a scuff shot by McConville when he's running at the defenders, thinking it's just going to sit up nicely for a strike on goal, but poor effort in the end.
His 100th appearance tonight, Sean McConville in senior football. He once had a trial for Stockport in the first reign of Jim McGannon. He's getting his chance under Gannon now. Stockport not out of it by any means yet. Not until that final whistle. Lynch of Manchester United. Up in the air by Bunab, full name Nabil Brahim Bunab. That was good play, right on the job there, Beeley. Crowther, he's found Vardy, he may return the ball in there. The whistle's gone. And two local fans getting really excited there.
Just with time running out now, 5 minutes to go, John, you'd think that Jim Gannon had put another striker up front with Tom Elliott. And go for the goal. They need another goal to get a point out of this, so be adventurous and get somebody up there.
Yep. And a glimpse there, by the way, of the referee's assistant Sarah Garrett, who gave that award. Quite right too. And it is Stockport coming and taking the game to Fleetwood here. They've had one penalty awarded tonight, and Fleetwood scramble it clear for Mangan to test his strength against the defender. Did well, although he looks to be struggling now. He's only just come back from a back injury, and down goes O'Donnell.
He's been given a tough evening this evening with the pace of Mangan and Vardy, etc. So a little bit of cramp he's got, and if he has come back from injury, he didn't need to be chasing these two players all evening.
Where is Roger Wilde, the aforementioned physiotherapist? He's, I hate to say, he's got to be the oldest physiotherapist probably in the Blue Square Premier League.
Still looks quite fit though.
Oh,
John, I bet he still works out.
One off is Roger. He's got his man up and walking, and isn't it horrible cramp? I'm sure you never got it, you were too fit to get it.
I was too fit, John, you're right. I get it more often now.
Coming up to 87 minutes played here at Highbury Stadium. It's Fleetwood Town 2, Stockport County 1. And Fleetwood are attempting to edge up alongside Wrexham again. They won't let them go. Vardy. Oh, clever little ball back in. Is this number 3? It's chipped across, and a couple of Stockport County defenders managed to cover their tracks. Mangan, he's worked hard. He's not been a regular in recent weeks, but he's come back into the side. Scored last week, of course, in that famous triumph over Wycombe. Figured again in this move here now, as the ball is gathered up by Halstead. 2-1 sounds respectable, but it's no good for Stockport County.
No, that's right, but terrific piece of skill again from Vardy. Vardy in that bottom corner, just a, watch this, little back heel, he had a little look up as well. That's great play, great awareness.
Slows away off the side of Pond's boot and out for Stockport County throwing. They're not throwing the towel in. 2 minutes to go. German, he can be dangerous as we've seen, but not with that shot, which ends up among the balloons. A good crowd in here at Fleetwood tonight. The majority happy, but Stockport would take encouragement from the display. The ricochet favoured Fleetwood. Milligan. Crowther couldn't thread it over the top. But, well, quite predictably, they're happy to slow it down now, Fleetwood.
Yeah, that's right. We're now coming to the last minute of normal time, John, and I think they've well done enough to win this game. I think they've had the better chances. Stockport have given it a good shot, good crack. They've closed down midfield, worked hard, but never really threatened half of the penalty.
They're queuing up for another opportunity. Beeley. Slick. Still he battles on in here. Well, I think bearing in mind they hit the post twice in the first half and had a goal disallowed, Fleetwood a good value for the free kicks.
Yeah, with that. I'll tell you what, he could be in trouble. Oh, he was late, but Ratledge has done well for him. He's just got up and got on with it.
Yeah, just the one booking so far, Nathan Bond. So the ref's done well on that count. And we come up to 90 minutes and there are 4 added on from now. A Holden free kick. They don't want to concede anything now though, Fleetwood. And they don't. It's Stockport who concede the free kick.
Yeah, it's silly to give away a free kick when the ball's been, I think it was from the skipper as well, O'Donnell there, ball getting played into that. That's the last thing you want to do, give free kicks away and stop the play yet again.
So Mickey Mellon is forging a really good team here. We know they've got an excellent spirit. They've come up through the divisions and they're on course to be joint leaders of the Blue Square Premier League again this evening. Fleetwood Town. I think I know the answer to this question, but are you surprised that Chadwick, a goal scorer, hasn't been given at least 15 minutes?
Very surprised. As soon as Fleetwood went 2-1 up, John, I would have told him to get warmed up, and he's not really created anything. Get him on, throw him up there with Tom Elliott.
We've already had 60 seconds. The time added in this game here at Highbury, and German causes a palpitation or two. He'll slip it back. It'll be crossed by McGuire. What a chance that was! And the header's taken it over the top of the crossbar. It really should have been an equalising goal.
Oh, with Danny Rowe there, it's just what an opportunity. McConville, good play in the first instance, then just a lovely teasing ball. Slightly behind him, but he's got to hit the target. He's got to put Stockport back on level terms there.
Right in front of the fence. The only time he's ever hit the net was last season. They're last in the Football League when he scored against Southend. But really, Rose there should have made it 2-2. They're coming again though. Maybe they're encouraged to believe they can still get a draw from this match. That's going to flow through. Oh, a corner. Took a flick off somebody. Maybe we can have a tumultuous ending even now.
Yes.
Gannon hopes so.
Time running out now, and the keeper's looking at Jim Gannon, shall I go up? But he's putting 2 defenders back as well. I think the last minute he just put everybody up.
You'd even bring the keeper up, wouldn't you? Corner Stockport in added time here from McConville. Here is Rowe. Not as close this time as before, but he was much further out.
Yeah,
looks like Fleetwood have weathered the storm.
Yeah, volley from probably 25 yards out. Yeah, never really set for it, but yeah, a great opportunity just a minute ago to put them back on level terms with an header. When he looks back, I think, yeah, should have scored. Should have scored.
Well, they're all looking at the watches. The most important man on the field also looks at his watch. He is the man in black. And this ball's got through, but it'll be the goalkeepers. Let's have a shot there a month ago of Craig Mapp, the assistant manager here at Fleetwood, who used to be Stockport's youth coach. The Blackpool and Bury striker. This though is Elliott, one of the modern strikers in the game. McConville looking for the space for the cross. It's a deep one, but I fancy it's out of play. It is. And Fleetwood are 20 seconds away from claiming 3 more very precious points.
Yeah, I think what the keeper will do, John, will just hit the corner, and I think the referee will then blow up, and it'll be another 3 points to Fleetwood Town and Mickey Mellon's side.
Free kick for Fleetwood. There's time yet for them to add to this 2-1 scoreline, but literally seconds. We have passed the allotted 4 minutes of added time. Fleetwood will not be too concerned, nor will Mickey Mellon. He can carry on growing that tash for another few days and have to come off very much. That's it. I think Fleetwood joint top of the Blue Square Premier tonight alongside Wrexham. They took the lead, were caught up by Jim Gannon. Stockport with a penalty, brilliantly delivered by McConville, and then Fleetwood finished them off with, guess who, Jamie Vardy scoring the winning goal. He's already becoming a folk hero here at Highbury Stadium. Adding to Mangan's goal earlier, it's Fleetwood 2, Stockport 1. And this is what it all means in the Blue Square Premier, that Wrexham retain leadership, both on 43 points now. Wrexham with a superior goal difference of 6, but that's an excellent 3 points here for the home side, and it also means they're 5 points clear of their local neighbours Southpoint. Meanwhile, Stockport County stay in 18th spot, just 2 points above the drop zone, topped off by Hayes and Yedding. Do not forget this one either, coming up for you on Premier Sports on the 30th of November at the league leaders racecourse ground. It will be Wrexham, the Red Dragons, against the Quakers of Darlington. Well, the fans have enjoyed another good home performance. It took them a long time, but they hit the post twice. They had a Jamie Vardy goal ruled out when we thought it shouldn't have been. It mattered not in the end because Fleetwood have done enough to claim the points. And Stockport County's fans, the Hatters, will be reasonably optimistic after that showing where they should have had a point. But Rose put the header over the top of the crossbar in added time, and it ended 2-1 against their side.
Thanks very much. Gents, I know you're enjoying it, but if I can grab a word with both of you, just how pleased are you?
Yeah, we're over the moon. You know, at the end of the day, we've come off a great result at Wickham, and we had to back it up today. You know, there's a lot of pressure on us, and we've performed outstandingly.
A lot of hype around you at the minute, young man.
Yeah, well, just taking it with a pinch of salt, to be fair. It's all about the team, what we're doing on the pitch. Don't matter about what's happening off, and obviously, as you just said, we followed that Wickham result up with a 2-1 victory today against a very decent side.
Your goal, couldn't have hit it any sweeter, could you?
No, I couldn't have, to be honest. The pitch just opened up for me, all the defenders went away, and, you know, I just hit it, and luckily enough for me this time it went in. But, you know, it's not about individual goals. You know, as a team, you know, we work so hard, and that's why we're the best.
As a team then, what is the mood like in the camp at the minute? Is this the best you've been in?
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think you can describe it with words. I mean, training, matches, even after training when we're going something to it, it's absolutely outstanding.
Was it difficult after the cup win? Because obviously there was so much hype, and then now you are back to the bread and butter of the league.
You know, as a bunch of lads, we're quite down to earth. We all get on really well, you know, and you know, you see us when we're doing our silent disco. You know, we have a lot of banter. You know, all the lads get on. So you know, we all talk in between training, in between games. We've got to win. You know, the league's our bread and butter. You know, we'd be very lucky if we win the FA Cup, or you know, I don't think a non-league team's won the FA Cup. So this is our bread and butter, and we want to go up, and that's what we've got to do.
Maybe we should be filming you on nights out rather than just at your football matches then. Be as entertaining.
It's not a nights out, it's just after training, put a bit of music on, that's it. We'll just have a little boogie with ourselves.
Is that what the celebration is all about then?
Yeah, that's to be honest, it's a private joke, I can't say, because I think a few people are watching, but a few of the lads had to dance to no music, so that's what we do it for. It's just a bit of banter.
Good stuff. Well, I'll let you enjoy it. Congratulations, both of you. Well done. Celebrations all round tonight. Fleetwood sitting pretty at the top, joint top with Wrexham today. We'll have more reaction from Fleetwood's win in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Yeah.
Okay, let's get
Well, celebrations continue for Fleetwood. Andy Mangan on the score sheet. He opened the scoring, closely followed by the man who's making all the headlines at the minute, Jamie Vardy. 2-1 it finished here at Highbury. Well, I'm now joined by the Stockport Director of Football, Jim Gannon. Jim, how are you feeling?
A little bit disappointed for our fans, but it's a hard game to analyse. I think Fleetwood deserved to win the game. They've obviously got very talented strikers, 2 fantastic goals. I thought, by and large, I was happy with our performance, especially what we worked on. But again, you can see the vulnerability of our back four.
Certainly in large parts of the game, though, particularly in the first half, you had a great deal of possession, didn't you?
Yeah, we obviously in our own half we did, and we shifted the ball across the pitch. We worked on a few things. I was disappointed how we moved the ball from our holding midfielders in through our attacking midfielders and actually create a threat. But no, there was little bits that I was really pleased with in terms of attacking. But the most important thing that I wanted to see from today's game was that we're a lot more solid from set plays and that we had a better defensive structure. But ultimately, if an opposition can just put balls into spaces and down the front, and you've got such a weak back four, then you're always going to concede chances and goals.
You very nearly got the equaliser right at the death though.
Yeah, it was a fantastic cross, and like I said, Danny would be disappointed. I'm sure he'll be reliving that tonight. But no, like I said, we created our opportunities. You could see their superiority in terms of their goal scorers and their confidence. But I think we've got a fantastic set of players in terms of attacking skills. We just need to make sure we're a team that can keep a clean sheet and make them chances count for winning games.
You've already alluded to the strength of Fleetwood. Just how good are they?
Well, I mean, they've obviously come a long way in the years that they've been building and building. They've got a fantastic mobile front four. They've got fantastic options on the bench, so they're well equipped now. Like I said, they're going to be there or thereabouts at the end, and I'm sure they'll be disappointed if they're not promoted this year.
Have you seen enough from your players today and in the few days that you've been back at the club to be positive about? Have you seen enough?
Yeah, well, of course, there's lots of positive aspects about this game. I was pleased with the way certain aspects of training has been brought in. The way we defended set plays was excellent. Again, we worked on our shape in midfield to deny them building up, and it's just disappointing that we haven't got the options and the quality players that we need at the back four to make sure that we keep clean sheets.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Wish you all the very best. Obviously today's fixture completes the full day of results in this league. We can have full confirmation of those results from John.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, plenty of goals on that caption, but not at the top. Telford and Mansfield sharing the points, and Alfreton and Gateshead in a 1-1 draw. Gateshead coming from behind there. And no goals between Barrow and York City, another of the pretenders to promotion. But what a win for Forest Green Rovers, away from home by 5-1 at Braintree. Klukowski scoring 2 of them, and the evergreen Charlie Griffin among the goal scorers as well. Cambridge United 1, Luton 1. Big win for Darlington, 3-1 at Ebbsfleet. Grimsby coming from 2 down against Newport County, 2 goals late on at Blundell Park there. Hayes and Yedding losing 3-1 at home to Kidderminster Harriers. And then Southport really destroying Bath at the end, because Bath led by 1-0 until the 87th minute. And then Southport hitting them with 2 goals right at the death there. Both of them scored by Tony Gray in the 87th and 89th. And for Wrexham, their hero was Matthias Pogba. He got both goals in the 2-0 victory over Lincoln City, which keeps Wrexham top of the table. Here you see Wrexham top of the pile, but chasing them hard now. Right on their heels are Fleetwood after this, their 13th victory, which matches Wrexham's tally as well. Both on 43. Wrexham have a superior goal difference of 6. Southport cementing their place in 3rd. Cambridge and York both drew today. Meanwhile, at the other end of the table, Stockport not enhancing their position, and they are only 2 points above the dreaded drop zone, in which Hayes and Yedding, Newport County, Alfreton Town and Bath City all continue to struggle.
Well, I'm delighted to say that we're now joined by the Fleetwood boss, Mickey Mellon. Mickey, happy man?
Yeah, obviously delighted to get a result, and what I thought was a good game of football on a great atmosphere and a good advert for the division.
I think you went through, well, we saw you go through pretty much every emotion on the touchline, because there was a long periods of frustration, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think we hit the post, I think 2 or 3 times in the first half. And when you think that you keep missing chances like that, you think it might not just be your night. And then I think, I know a few refereeing decisions probably went against us. We know it's a difficult job that they've got to do, but certainly it could have cost us tonight. Yeah,
after the disallowed goal, you probably thought things weren't going to go your way tonight, but Andy Mangan managed to open the scoring for you, and it was a sweet strike, wasn't it?
Oh, it don't get much better than that. It's a terrific hit. He hit one against, I think it was Gateshead, that was very, very similar to that. And he'll tell you it's the best goal that's ever been on the TV, because he's not shy. But no, it's a terrific strike. Full credit to him. I thought our front 2 were electric tonight.
Yeah, he's already talked us through a bit of a dodgy celebration as well. Mark, keeper had no chance there, did he?
No, fantastic strike. I mean, great little run for Vardy. Just brought him an extra yard there for Andy, and it's a great strike. Keeper's not stopping that.
Stockport got themselves back into the game pretty quickly. No complaints really at the penalty from you?
I haven't seen it.
We'll show you it now.
It's far away, but
there didn't seem to be too many complaints from your boys.
No, he's lost his runner, isn't he? And Tell you what, if that's I don't know. That's a tough one as well. I think he's maybe made the most of it. I don't want to come on and start to say that it's not a penalty or not, but if you get given in, you're going to get 10 again.
Mark, for you?
Yeah, I think he's just lost his runner there, and he's had a little tug on his shirt, and if you give the referee a chance, at this level especially, they're going to give him.
Well, we spoke before the game about Jamie Vardy. I mean, he did it again tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, I think the secret's out, isn't it? He's top drawer. He's a very, very special footballer, and we're delighted to have him here. In tight games like that, you need your special players to do bits and pieces like that. I mean, Mangan's done great there as well. Like I said, I thought my front two were brilliant tonight.
We've seen just how much pace he's got. He's got incredible pace, but Mark was saying at half-time his work rate as well is impressive.
Yeah, he's a credit to work with, an example to anybody. He's tireless in his work rate. He runs his socks off for the team, and that's why the lads are fully behind everything that he does, because as you see from everyone, I want to congratulate him on his goal, because he is a real team player as well.
Mark, impressed today?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that impressed me about Fleetwood was that they had full-backs playing centre-halves, and you can tell that they're depleted defensively, but they don't give in, and I think all the time, especially when you're playing against them, you're aware they've got a constant threat out front, and you've got to do well to get anything from them. Just
finally, Mickey, your heart must have been well and truly in your mouth when Stockport had the chance very, very late on.
To be fair, Jim will be disappointed. I think I haven't seen the replay, but he gets a free head on the box, and I think probably on balance we probably deserved that little bit of fortune on the night, because I think we were the better side and we deserved the 3 points. I think there's no doubt about that.
Plenty to be happy about tonight then?
Oh yeah, because half of Scotland's down to visit me, so yeah, I'll go and resume my weekend with them. It's an odd time to play football. You keep on having to check your watch, but no, a great victory for us. We're delighted with it, and it keeps that little bit of momentum going. Okay, gents, thank you very much for your company. Mark, it's been a pleasure. Mickey, thank you very much for your company as well. Cheers. Many congratulations. Hope you enjoyed our coverage here on Premier Sports. It's finished. Fleetwood 2, Stockport 1.